Hi everyone, myself Gurleen Kaur, and today me and Kiranjot Kaur
Hi.
gonna discuss about the Bobo doll experiment. So first is introduction. Mr. Bandora and his associate carried the Bobo doll experiment back in 1961 and 1963. It was a noteworthy investigation that examined the idea of aggressions, learning, proving that kids may pick up knowledge by seeing how adults behave in front of them. An inflated doll was verbally and physically attacked in front of preschool aged children by a group of researchers as a part of an experiment. The children later imitated the adults' action by abusing the doll in a similar way. Now I'm gonna discuss about the theory that was tested. In order to acquire and express the aggressive behavior, observer uh, learning is crucial. His experiment showed this factors. Kids pick up the social skills through seeing and copying the actions of others, especially when a action is accepted or rewarded. The result of Bobo doll experiment has profound effect on the modeling and how children view sociology and media modeling influence on the children behavior, according to Nelson in 2023. It underlined how growing up with aggression role model may affect a child's inclination toward aggression. Now, talking about the participants, this study examined the 72 preschool age children, in which 37 was male and 36 was male and 36 was female, from the Stanford University. 12 boys and 12 girls, which were aged between 3 to 6, were chosen from the Stanford University nursery by the Bandura and his colleagues. Then they divided these children into three group of 24, according to Nelson 2023. An adult group observed that Bobo doll being treated harshly. The doll was occasionally thrown into the air and was struck with a hammer by the adult subject. The Bobo doll was only object of play for one group, while an adult was shown interacting with a non-aggressive way for other. This was observed and has written in the Kingford University in their journal article 2023. Now, Professor conducted his most uh, successful and well-known experiment, which was research on aggression at University of Stanford in 1961. He employed 5 feet and inflated plastic toys known as Bobo doll for this study. The toys were bottom weighted so that if they knocked over, they would pop up back. The toys were painted to resemble as a cartoon character of clown. Three group of preschool from the Stanford nursery schools served as the subject. One group shows adult behavior model that was aggressive, and another group saw the behavior model that were non-aggressive, and the third group saw non-behavior model at all. Six subgroups were created from the group based on the gender, with the half of subgroup adhering to an opposite sex behavior model and other to half same sex behavior model. During the initial phase of the study, each child was placed at the table in a corner of a room and given distractive activities such as stickers, pictures, and print that was previously demonstrated their interest. This was done to discourage the active participation and promote the passive observation. After that, behavior model was shown to other corner where there was 5 feet Bobo doll and a second table, chair, a malt, and a turquoise set. It was instructed that model could play with these items. Uh, can you change the slide? Within the group of model with aggressive behavior, the model distributed the Bobo doll by kicking, punching, throwing, and attacking it with different objects. They also used language to verbally abuse the doll, saying the thing like sock him into the nose, or non-aggressive things like he sure is a tough fella, and he keep coming back for. The model in the group has demonstrated the non-aggressive conduct regarding the Bobo doll and instead conducted a tanker toy in silence. The behavior models for both groups departed the room after 10 minutes had passed. In other study, each youngster was led into the separate room and shown the fresh assortment of fascinating toys such as train, fire engine, cable, jet plane, spinning doll, etc. Aggression arousal was completed by the children by telling them that they could no longer play this with toy after 2 minutes. This was done to test the hypothesis of seeing the aggression in others would make the observer more likely to act aggressive themselves. The kids were frequently observed that they may, nevertheless, they play with the toys in a different room, where they were shown a variety of toys that were regarded as aggressive, such as 3-foot Bobo doll, a malt, and others. Now I will let Kiranjot to continue further.
After those all those groups, the next group of the in this group, the children's behavior was observed for 20 minutes during the experiment's final stage, and their behavior was scored based on how much they were modeled verbally and physically aggressive behavior. This was stated by Dixon in 2019. The children were observed through the one-sided mirror, and where on the other side the children were used for the experiment for the Bobo doll, and on the other side the researchers and were sitting there and observing them. Through this, the children in the aggressive behavior model group uh, scored the significantly higher than those in the non-aggressive behavior model and control groups. Similarly, outcomes were found in later studies where children were shown violent videos. Like almost 90% of the children in the groups that displayed aggressive behavior went on went on to imitate the adults' actions by attacking the doll in a similar way, and it was found that the 40% of those children continued to act in the same way after the 8 months, as they started to behave the way they saw the adults treating the boba doll. So, concluding this, even while the study results were for both the gender were identical, it nevertheless suggested that there may be a difference based on how much conduct is sex typed. That is, thought to be more typical or appropriate for a particular gender. It was found after this experiment, it was found that the men appear to be slightly more likely aggressive than the women to mimic aggressive behaviors, like as in the physical aggression, which is strongly associated with masculinity. They believe that being physically aggressive makes them more masculine. The male subjects replicated more physical aggression than the female subjects, but there were no difference in the imitation of verbal aggression, as the both male and female they followed the both verbal aggression that were displayed by the adults to them. Uh, but there were no differences in the imitation, which is less associated with masculinity. Furthermore, there was a greater resemblance between the male and female subjects' physical aggressiveness imitations and those of the same sex models' verbal aggression imitation, which came to physical aggression. This was written by Dixon in 2019. Furthermore, there are the references from where we have collected this information and the theory of this experiment. Thank you.
Thank you, Kiranjot.